On this chilly St. Patrick's Day from Disney Family Stadium, it's going to be the Tampa Spartans, winners of 11 straight, taking on the Hillsdale Chargers, starting off their second half of their Florida swing, looking to pick up where they left off after going 2-1 in games in Bartow and in Melbourne, Florida last weekend. Good afternoon, everyone. Victor Anderson. Got a little special guest joining me in the booth today, volunteer men's basketball assistant coach Christian Fiore hopping on the microphone. Coach, first of all, welcome to the booth, and second of all, how are you not chilling wearing the shorts here on this Tuesday afternoon?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, so I could this isn't too bad. I'm used to the cold weather. It's about 50 right now.
Well, so. I think you'll be fine. I appreciate you hopping on, because trust me, talking 2 games by myself while I can handle it. It's a little difficult to say the least. Speaking of difficult, it's been difficult to figure out how to hit Gwen McGinnis. She has been on an absolute tear in the circle her last 7 appearances. She enters 8-2 with a .79 ERA, and she has been kind of like that bulldog and that ace of this Tampa staff. And what are you looking forward to seeing from her, Coach, getting your first chance to see her pitch in the stadium as we get ready for first pitch in Game 1?
Yeah, like you said, she's got under a 0.8 ERA. That's very excellent. So I'm excited to see her pitch firsthand here for the first time, and I'm really excited.
It's going to be a nice crowd from Hillsdale making their way down to the Sunshine State. We had a lot of big contingents from Wilmington and Wilmington and Assumption as Kenna Greiler almost took out her third baseman, Jenna Newpaver, on an errant throw. That would have been a little interesting. You had to make a substitution before the first pitch. But we'll take a look at the lineup for Hillsdale. Will be Ronnie Kraft to lead things off as a designated player. Taylor Lewis will bat second, play second. Sydney Davis will be at shortstop. She'll hit third. Natalie Hagel, she'll be in a cleanup spot playing right field. Olivia Ligori will catch. She'll hit fifth. Madeline Olafson, she'll be in left field. She'll hit sixth. Anna Shellman will hit seventh. Madeline Danshak, she'll hit eighth and play first base. Anna Saver will be in center field and hit in the number 9 slot. So Ronnie Kraft takes the first pitch from McGinnis in for strike one, and we are underway right at 2:01. Kayla Carpenter behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Scar Moriak will be our field umpire for Game 1 of our twin bill. Kraft hitting .391 with 6 runs driven in. That one's upstairs. He was up to count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hillsdale went 2-1 in their games in Bartow and Melbourne. Gets jammed, and that one goes off the screen. Brings the count to 1-2. They were supposed to play a second game of a doubleheader in Melbourne, but Mother Nature had other plans. Clark gets jammed. That one will land foul down the left field line. McGinnis likes to work pretty quick, so don't blink, Coach. You may miss her get one of her custom strikeouts. She has 43 of them in her 62 and a third innings of work this year. Here's the 1-2. Another pitch inside, fouled away. Just underway here on this beautiful but chilly Tuesday afternoon. Glad you're with us here on Tampa Spartans.tv and the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Lays off that one, does Kraft. He was up to count 2-2. Kraft trying to get a lot of information in this first at bat against McGinnis, and that one breaks inside. Kraft lays it off. Tampa thought it should have been strike 3, but instead it's ball 3.
That one a strike.
Yeah, I was surprised. That looked good inside from where we were. It's that one off the inside and fouls it off again. So the count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Clark racking up a lot of information, Coach, and that's very vital as Hillsdale goes to see McGinnis their first time due to this lineup. Another payoff pitch. And again, another foul ball by Clark. I know, Coach, you really like what you're seeing from Kraft here, battling against McGinnis, and she fouls off pitch after pitch.
Yeah, she she doesn't want to. She wants to keep this count alive. She hasn't really seen a pitch she's liked. She's been fouling it off. We'll see what she does here.
Fifth pitch with the count 3-2, and we'll have a 6-1. It might hit one of the, and just missed hitting one of the trucks parked behind the third base side. We'll quickly set up the Tampa defense. Same defense they've had all year. Johns, Zekman, and Feast, the outfield left to right. Salisbury, the other Johns, and Newpaper, the infield. And speaking of Newpaper, she'll make the catch on a long at-bat for out number 1. That's what we call, Coach, a quality at-bat. We know Kraft fouled out a lot of pitches and gave some information to Taylor Lewis as she steps in.
Yeah, how many pitches was that? Around
that was
like 10?
At least 10 to 12 pitches. Definitely a lot on the arm of Gwen McGinnis. Here comes the second baseman, Lewis. And she goes after the first pitch, right over the shortstop in Reynolds. So was able to decipher that information to a base hit.
Yeah, that was only one pitch. A lot better than the 10-pitch at bat before.
So 2 away. It'll bring up the shortstop, Cindy Davis. Swing, fouls that one off. And I'm sure for Hillsdale and their head coach, Kyle Gross, in his 8th season, you certainly love to see the fan support following your team to Florida on their spring break trip. I'm sure as any coach, you love to see your fans making the trip down whenever you're playing on the road in hostile environments.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ooh.
This is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down here at the top of the first. Gwen McGinnis looking to start off the first inning to retire the Chargers in order, and we'll do just that one. A weak pop up to second, and Hannah Yetter. So 1, 2, 3 go to Chargers, and the Spartans will look to keep their red hot hitting going in the bottom of the first here on TampaSpartans.tv. And back here, Vince Manoli Family Stadium. Victor Anderson alongside men's basketball assistant Christian Fiore. Glad you're with us here in this St. Patrick's Day. Let's give you the Tampa lineup for game 1 of a doubleheader. It'll be Jenna Newpaper leading things off. Aubrey Zekman hitting second. Kenna Kryler will hit third. Cam Feast will hit fourth. Makai Brummel O'Neill, who's had a red-hot bat during this Tampa 11-game hitting streak, she'll hit fifth as a designated player. Carly Salisbury will hit sixth. Abby Johns, Hannah Yetter, and Kenzie Reynolds will round out the lineup 7 through 9. Defensively for Hillsdale, Maggie Olafson will be in left, and Staver will be in center field, and Natalie Hagel will be in right. Around the infield, Medley Danchak will be at first, Taylor Lewis at second, and Chelman will be at third, Cindy Davis at short. Olivia Ligori will be behind the plate, and Grace Harris will be in the circle for Hillsdale. First pitch is inside for ball 1. And, Coach, when you look at Harris's numbers, yes, she does have a 4-2 record, but she's been a lot of starts in relief. You see her numbers with 19 appearances, but only 3 starts on the year. And she gets a swing and a miss from Newpaper to even up the count 1-1. Newpaper hitting .318 this year, 9 runs driven in. Takes someone up high, 2-1. New Paper still getting a fix to being hitting at the top of the order. Usually it's been Zekman and New Paper 1-2. And the 2-1 will hit well over the shortstop. Nice piece of hitting there, coached by New Paper with the infield drawn in.
Yeah, nice line drive up the middle. Get this inning going with the runner on base.
So here comes Audrey Zekman. Harris 4-2 in the season. She has a 4.45 ERA. Doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Only 17 strikeouts in 36 and 2/3 innings of work for Hillsdale. Goes after the bunt, misses low and away for ball 1. See the Chargers with those corner infielders inching in with Danchak at first and Shellman at third. And it's 2-0 in favor of Zekman. The way they got that shortstop shifted more towards second base, if she pulls a little butcher boy play and shoots that gap, could find herself at least on second. Nope, we'll bunt her, try to bunt the runner across, but fouled away 2-1.
What? Single. Oh, you ready? Yeah, softball usually starts early.
New Paper, 3 for 3 in steals this year. Doesn't go after the steal there. It's 3-1. Nice looking pitch down low. See Coach Zekman tries to lay down a bump with the count of her favor, 3-1. Nope, takes it all the way, ball 4.
Yeah, didn't see a pitch she liked there. Showed bunt a couple times. Found her way on base.
She does her job and sets up things for the catcher, Kenna Kreidler. Kreidler still leads the Spartans in hitting at a .421 clip. Has all 3 Tampa home runs and 15 driven in this year.
Strike one.
One thing you want to worry about Kreidler doing is laying out a bunt, although she has done that a couple times before. Ups down one, just goes foul right past the third baseman, Shellman.
I said we got a V, X, and Z. We need a Y.
Oh, balls, 2 strikes to Kenna Kreidler. Sees that
Ball
one
upstairs.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, upstairs. For someone like Kreidler, her experience, she's not going to chase a pitch like that, especially with an 0-2 count. And, of course, knowing who's behind you in Feast and Brummel O'Neill.
There it is.
Hits that one well to left, and that one will sail over the left fielder's head. That will easily score a New Paper. Waving around
Might get to
second.
third.
And she does slide in safely.
Oh.
That throw almost takes
Oh, she's going to home!
And she's going to be out. She took the gamble. The dog, Coach Leslie Cantor down, got a little anxious. Hands on hips, wondering, maybe I should have held her at third. But nonetheless, it's a RBI triple. And then the play at the plate, 2-1. So it was a 2-0 lead for Tampa. And that was a wild sequence, Coach.
She went to third, got to third. A little hesitant on to see if she wanted to make it a home plate, and she went as it was a foul ball down the right field line. She went, and unfortunately, she did not score off the inside the park home run, or maybe would have been an error triple.
Yeah, that was a wild play that took place. That throw was well offline, almost hit Cam Feast, and Feast will
foul.
Nice bump by Feast. Unfortunate for her, it went foul. And I like that idea, Coach, from Feast. He saw the third baseman playing back, tried to drop down a bunt to try and catch the infield off guard, but just trickled foul. Brings the count to 0-2. And Feast, good job, pops out one up the middle on the 2-strike count. And Cam Feast is aboard. So the 4th straight Spartan to reach base. And Cam Feast continues her strong hitting, and someone else who's been hitting well during this home stretch comes to the plate, and the freshman Micaiah Brumble-O'Neal. Brumble-O'Neal with a 357 average. And she's been absolutely smoking the softball during this home stretch. He's thought about going, take strike one. Kai Brumble-O'Neal actually hitting 408. Beats Tampa with 16. Had to lead with 16 RBIs before Kryler's 2-run triple gave her the lead back again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hits that one low, but shallow left field.
See if the runner tags. Oh, she
certainly
thought.
She certainly thought about it there, Coach.
Yeah.
Remember that errant throw from left field is the reason why Feast decided to try and go for first and
stay
second.
on your toes.
I don't fault her there for trying to coke another errant throw from Olafson. But now here comes Carly Salisbury. Salisbury hitting 352 with 12 runs driven in for the freshman. And the freshman falls behind 0-1. Salisbury celebrated her birthday on the ballpark on Friday the 13th.
Oh.
And runner was going, and that one will land foul right past right field. And Natalie Hagel. So Feast will have to trot back to first. And Salisbury down 0-2.
Spartans been making contact on these 2 strike counts. See if they'll get one right here.
They've been very aggressive in their first time through against Harris. Well, bounces, good stop by the catcher, Ligori. Needs to count to 1-2. Salisbury in her birthday doubleheader versus Caldwell went 3 for 5, knocked in 2. Feast runs and will again have to trot her way back to first on the foul from Salisbury. Salisbury in the midst of a 6-game hitting streak has knocked in runs in 5 of those 6 games. Down 1-2 with 2 outs in the first. Spartans up 2-0. Salisbury with a little jam shot. That will drop into left field. It'll be Spartans at first and second. And it'll bring it to left fielder Abby Johns. Nice piece of hitting there, coached by Salisbury. Against your reference, 2 strikes. The Spartans have been doing very well hitting with 2 strikes. And Salisbury continues out here.
Yeah, the Spartans are off to a great start right now. Trying to score some more runs in this bottom of first inning.
Here's Abby Johns to the plate. Johns hitting 298. Johns goes after that first pitch, fouls it away. Johns 298 on the year, so you referenced 6 runs driven in. Got a pitch high and inside, pokes it foul right in front of the Tampa dugout, and head coach Leslie Cantor. Coach Cantor is suddenly pleased with how her team handled their business versus Caldwell on Friday, giving Gwen McGinnis a well-deserved day off. And has rewarded their All-American with a 2-run lead in the first. Looking to make it an even dozen in a row as they wrap up their non-conference schedule with this doubleheader today, the 1-2. Hillwell will go towards the Tampa bullpen and the fans down along the fence. Nice crowd here. Fans bundled up in this unusually chilly Tuesday afternoon. And they get another foul ball that will go over towards one of our photographers, right towards that third base dugout entrance. Feast at second. Salisbury at first. Harris is 1-2. Is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And see if Tampa can continue their 2-strike hitting that Coach Fiore has referenced they've had in this first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-0 lead for the Spartans. And
Another
again,
foul
foul. Good battle by Johns here. Hannah Yetter looks to hit. If Johns can extend to Tampa first, she's on deck for the Spartans. Johns lifts down one to center field, going all the way back. His saver will make the catch. And that will retire the Spartans in the first. But Tampa picks up 2 on a 2-run triple from Kenna Kryler. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 Spartans left on base. 2-0 Tampa at the 1 here on TampaSpartans.tv. Back here in the top of the second here on TampaSpartans.tv. Victor Anderson, glad you're with us alongside our special guest commentator, men's basketball assistant Christian Fiore. And I know, Coach, they got the broadcast turned up to 11 over there, so I'm sure they'll be critiquing your commentary very carefully. So, coaches, don't worry. He's in capable hands with me in the booth. 4, 5, 6 coming up for Hillsdale. Hagel, Ligori, and Olafson to the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Natalie Hagel. Hagel hits .314 of the season and will not add to that.
Makes the diving catch. Wow.
Beautiful job by Abby Johns. Makes that diving catch to get out number 1. Johns' bat is starting to come to life, but one thing we don't have to worry about this year has been her defense in left field. First pitch to Ligori is in for strike 1. Ligori hits .256, has 2 home runs, 8 runs driven in. Just misses on the corner. Makes it 1-1.
So you could have called that one either way.
So,
Umpire decided it was a ball.
Kayla Carpenter has been consistent with that outside pitch to those right.
Same
to the
spot.
Yep, she's been consistent with those outside pitches to those right-handed hitters so far on both sides today. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Ligori.
There it is.
That one gets inside 2-2. And Coach, as I've referenced to you, McGinnis does not waste much time. When she gets that ball back from Kryler, gets the sign, rocks back and fires. It's 2-2. Slow breaking ball over the short. 2 down on the easy play from Kinsey Reynolds. So 2 down. Here goes Maggie Olafson. Senior hitting .327, 3 home runs, 14 driven in. Gets shammed on the first pitch. Just in the shallow left field. Reynolds is there on another 3-up, 3-down inning for Gwen McGinnis. So all Spartans so far, 2-0 Tampa as we head to the home second here on TampaSpartans.tv. We're in the bottom of the second here at Mobley Family Stadium. Alongside Christian Fiore, Victor Anderson, glad you're back with us on TampaSpartans.tv. It'll be Henrietta, Kenzie Reynolds, and Jenna Newpaver, 8-9-1 to start off the inning against Craze Harris. Making ball low for ball one. And Coach, what was the thing that impressed you most about Tampa in that first inning when they got out to that 2-0 lead?
Oh, they went straight to it. They were trying to, swinging at two-strike pitches, getting base hits, almost inside the park home run. They're definitely trying to get off on a hot start. I see that the third base and first base are creeping in here. I don't know if they're expecting a bunt.
Yetter can't bunt, but when you draw the infield in, you can hit it over their heads, and that's exactly what Henrietta did to lead off the second inning. And I think Yetter understood how that left side of the infield in particular, with Showman and Davis, was coming in, just hit it far enough to go over Davis's head, and she has herself another base hit. So here comes Kenzie Reynolds.
Oh, there's the bunt.
Reynolds with the bunt. Now the question is, she was in the box when that ball made the second contact on her bat, so that is a foul ball. Reynolds with 2 sacrifice bunts on the season, hitting 182. Does have 2 RBIs to her credit.
Lays down
Reynolds.
the bunt.
Great job over at third. It gets it a little bit low, but well played by Danchak on the low throw from third by Showman. So that's a sacrifice bunt. 5-3. So we'll go back to the top of the order and Jenna Newpaver. Newpaver had a 2-1 single to left center field again with the drawn in infield.
Yeah, corner's creeping in. Let's see what Newpaver does here.
Newpaver gets all for the first pitch, fouls on one off. And also we see the left fielder, Maggie Olafson, pinching in from left field, as well as the center fielder in as well, and a saver. So if she gets anything through the infield, she could run for a while. 0-1. They're pitching her away to avoid that big gap in almost right center field. See that huge gap on your screen, folks. That center fielder, Saver, shifting overplay more towards left center. And right there, the right fielder, Natalie Hagel, in her normal position, but playing in. 1-2. And the danger, Coach, when you have a defensive alignment in the outfield like that is that when you have someone with Newpaver's capabilities, if you poke one over the infield, she could run for a while and maybe end up at third. But instead, infield is in. They'll get the ground ball that just retired Newpaver by a stem, and more importantly, they keep Yetter at second.
Yeah.
So 2 down, and it'll be up to Aubrey Zeckman to try and pick up Yetter at second base. Zeckman reached on a walk back in the second inning and scored on that Kenna Kryler 2-run triple. First pitch, that's one foul. And again, we're seeing Harris pitching low and away to the Tampa lefties, trying to avoid anything in the middle where they can drive it to that big gap in right center field. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs here in the second. Blowing outside, runner goes. Oh, and a beautiful job. Oh, wow. Somehow she slides underneath the tag of Anna Showman. Showman was in and somehow got back from her position to almost tag out Yetter to end the inning.
Yeah, that was a very close call. Fortunate for the Spartans there, getting a steal at third.
1-1. That one will land on the screen near the Spartan dugout. Brings the count to 1-2 strikes. For Yetter, that's only her second stolen base on the season. Coach Cantor took the gamble with the infield shifted in, pinching down, and was rewarded just barely with the stolen base. But instead is now a 1-2 count to Aubrey Zekman.
Good eye.
2-2. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second. 2-0 lead for Tampa and the 2-hole hitter at the plate in Aubrey Zekman. Ooh! That was, no lie, Coach. I thought that was strike 3 from Harris. Hillsdale fans down below thought the same thing. Kayla Carpenter thought otherwise. So it's 3-2. Fouled off just off the shin guards of Ligori. And as a pitcher, it is so devastating. You execute your spot. You think you got the third strike. But instead it's called a ball, and now you have to throw a couple extra pitches. And you hope that you don't make a mistake in this situation. And instead, she draws another walk to Zekman. So now runners on the corners for Kenna Kreidler.
Let's see. Zekman tries to get to second base here.
You do have plenty of options open.
She leads the team in steals. Let's see.
Has 7 on the season. Does Zekman. Trying to take that force away at second base. Does not go. Kryler takes strike 1. Kryler had a 2-run triple and almost turned into a Little League home run, but got thrown out at home. And there goes Zekman. Those going to go wide. Second baseman collides. Shortstop collides with Zekman. Yetter comes on home to score. We'll see if there'll be any argument from Kyle Gross. They're going to check on the shortstop, Cindy Davis. Got accidentally clipped by Aubrey Zekman. So everyone is okay. No conversation from the Hillsdale dugout. So it'll be a 3-0 lead for Tampa. Ball low down, and that one will be fair. That'll be a base hit for Hannah Yetter. Oh my!
She had to come to the ball.
Wow!
Wait for the ball to come to her.
I don't think
It was too late.
nobody expected that one. The way that ball was curving, I thought it was going to curve right, but that ball just kept on hugging the line. And the first baseman, Danchak, didn't charge in. By the time she did try to make the tag, Kryler was not there. So first and third, here's Cam Feast. Feast will take a little extra time. So 3-0 lead for Tampa. And then for strike 1. Feast comes in hitting .378, added to that average with the single in the first. Trying to get the new sign, and you see some miscommunication between Harris and Ligori, trying to get the sign from the pitch comm in the first base dugout. Pitch number 53 already.
Uh-oh.
Hit well to center, but the wind will knock it down for center fielder Emma Saver. And that will end the Tampa second. But the Spartans do a little bit of damage thanks to a throwing error from Ligori. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 Spartans left in base. We'll head to the top of the third. Still 3-0 Tampa here on TampaSpartans.tv. We're in the top of the third inning. Sitting along with a little Galway girl because nothing saying St. Patrick's Day like Ed Sheeran. Victor Anderson alongside Christian Fiore, men's basketball assistant coach. Glad you're with us here. And Christian, so far, the Spartans are doing what they need to do. The offense is clicking, and Gwen McGinnis is pitching like the All-American that she is.
Yeah, actually, excellent start from McGinnis right now. Let's see if she continues this into the third.
First pitch fouled off. 7-8-9 coming up for Hillsdale. Showman, Danshak, and Saver. McGinnis with an economical 27 pitches through the first 2 innings. Pitch number 29. Hugged foul, but just foul. I mean, that ball just hugged foul along third before it kicked off the glove of Newpaver. And I think the request came from the coach's offices to let Coach Fiore do an inning of play-by-play. Don't worry, that will happen in the 5th inning, coaches. So Coach Fiore will be on play-by-play during the 5th inning of Game 1 of our doubleheader.
Sounds good.
So Christian, hey, Tom James gave the command from the coach's room, so who am I to say no? And that's going to go foul out of play. Count makes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Showman on the season hitting .314 with a home run, 6 runs driven in. Swing and a miss.
Strike 3.
Down goes Showman, 1 down. By the way, with that last strikeout, Gwen McGinnis is now in the top 5 all time in most consecutive scoreless innings pitched in Tampa Spartan history.
That's incredible. Oh.
Fouls out 1 away, strike 1. Melody Danshak up hitting 182. Misses belt high, 1-1.
Uh-oh.
Holds out 1 down the left field side, well out of reach of the Tampa left fielder, Abby Johns. That'll be a foul ball.
1-2 the count. Let's see if McGinnis gets this one right here.
McGinnis has been locked in the last 8 appearances we've seen her. Misses out onside. McGinnis gave up 4 hits and an unearned run back on February 21st versus St. Leo. Has not allowed a run period since then, and that one sails out of play. Looking for her 7th consecutive scoreless start, scoreless appearance. We'll get 1 pitch closer there. Which Spartan will take it? It will be McGinnis. She'll do the job herself. That's out number 2. Those plays in front of home plate are always dangerous in terms of if it's a catcher, if it's a third baseman. But McGinnis said, no, I'm taking it myself.
You got to be loud. You got to let them know that I got it.
Communication, always key. Whether it's a basketball court or softball diamond, you have to communicate. Swing and a miss from Emma Saver, 0-1. Last time we saw McGinnis was game 1 of the doubleheader versus Southwest Minnesota State. With the full 7 innings, only scattered 3 hits. Only had 1 strikeout.
See if she could get one right here. 0-2 the count.
Looking strong here against Saver, who's hitting .234. Saver throws a bat in front of it, stays alive on the foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. McGinnis. It's another foul ball from Saver. McGinnis during this stretch with 6 straight scoreless appearances has allowed a total of 16 hits. And a scary thing, very little walks. That one could be trouble. Over the shoulder catch. Beautifully played by Hannah Yetter to keep the 0 in the hit column for Gwen McGinnis. Chargers have gone 9 up, 9 down. 3-0 lead for Tampa as we go into the bottom of the third on TampaSpartans.tv. Got defensive changes for Hillsdale. Sydney Davis, who got clipped on that play, on that double steal in the bottom of the second. She was looked over by the Tampa training staff. She will exit the game. Olivia Ligori will take over at shortstop for Sydney Davis. And now we got Kayla Carpenter have a conversation. Kaya Brummel O'Neill waits. Fifth Anderson Christian Fiore will join us. See if Kayla Carpenter will come up and make the changes to us. We're gonna guess that it's gonna be Natalie Hagel who's doing the catching. And so Natalie Hagel will go from right field to third.
Natalie Hagel? Okay, we got it. Thank you.
Looks like that's Ronnie Kraft, who is the DP, will be in right field. Brummel O'Neill hits that, and that will be easily handled by Olivia Ligori. Now, Ligori is a utility player, so she has some experience playing in the infield as Brummel O'Neill pops out. So, defensively for Hillsdale is going to be Olafson, Saver, and Kraft, the outfield left to right. Infield would be Danchak, Lewis, Olivia Ligori, and Shellman, the infield first to third. Behind the plate doing the catching is Natalie Hagel. And still in the circle is Grace Harris. That's ball 1 to Carly Salisbury. Victor Anderson alongside men's basketball assistant Christian Fiore. Glad that you're with us on this Tuesday afternoon.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours. 2 balls and no strikes as we're all trying to scramble with our scorecards and make these defensive changes, I'm sure, as you are at home, for those of you watching us as well. That one's fouled away. Katie Jonas will be the designated player for Natalie Hagel, and she'll be hitting in the number 3 spot for Davis. Salisbury with a bloop single in first. It's down 1 well. That will go land into Martinez center. Brings the count to 2-2. Salisbury pops that one. That will land again here. Our photographer. He's got a couple close calls down on that fence.
There's been a lot of foul balls to start this game. See if Salisbury can get on base here.
2-2 to count to Salisbury. Just turned 19 5 days ago. And just missed going 2 for 2. Another one inside, fouls it away. Salisbury has been starting to find her bat with the month changing from February to March. Already has a hit today. Goes after another 2-2. That one will be in play, and that will be handled nicely over at first base by Danchak for out number 2. Danchak realized she had enough real estate right towards that end of that first base dugout. And she makes the play, out number 2. So 2 down. Here comes Abby Johns. Johns flew out to center to end the Tampa first. Goes out to the first pitch, fouls it towards Hannah Yetter, who's on deck. 3-0 lead for Tampa in the bottom of the third. Grace Harris looking for her first 1-2-3 frame against the Spartans. Game 1 of 2 here in the St. Patrick's Day. Tails low and outside for a ball and a strike. Three runs, 6-6, no errors for the Spartans. Zeros across the board for the Chargers. Good looking pitch again from Harris. Just misses on the outside corner, 2-1.
Yeah, umpire didn't think that one was a strike.
We've seen Harris have a few instances with those pitches on the outside edge that look good.
Keeping it consistent.
She's been consistent on those right-handed bats. That one will get shallow to the left, and it'll be handled to end the inning by Olafson. So for the first time today, the Spartans go down without a run and go down in order in the process. 3 innings in the book. Family Stadium. 3-0 lead in favor of the Spartans here on TampaSpartans.tv. Top of the 4th we go here at Mamoli Family Stadium. Victor Anderson, glad you're with us. Men's basketball assistant Christian Fiore taking a well-deserved break. He's fueling up for his play-by-play debut in the 5th inning of Game 1, so that's why he's getting his St. Patrick's Day-themed donut in his system to get that sugar rush. Top of the order due up for the Chargers. It'll be Kraft, Lewis, and Katie Jonas. Bunt laid down, though the first base will be late. And that is the first base hit of the game for Hillsdale. And somewhere, Kurt Schilling, who had a perfect game broken up by a bunt in the ninth inning, is saying that breaks the unwritten rules of softball. Mr. Schilling, it's a 3-0 game, so you don't have to worry about that part. So here comes Taylor Lewis. Where it goes. Oh, the second. Got her. Kenna Kryler erases that single as quickly as it came on base.
All right, I'm back from my donut break.
we all need a break every now and then.
I probably shouldn't have gone on the break. They just gave up the perfect game, but we got the runner out at second.
Yep, so no harm, no foul. 0-2 to count to Taylor Lewis. Low and outside, ball one. Gwen McGinnis has been Gwen McGinnis. 3 innings pitched. 3 1/3 innings pitched after that caught stealing from Kenna Kreidler. And now it'll be 3 2/3 as
wow, what a play.
hustling over is Kenzie Reynolds. And she called off Newpaper. And that's 2 down.
She ran all the way to shortstop to catch that behind the third base line.
Had to scramble on over. Had to scramble on over to make that catch.
Yeah, spectacular play.
So a first look today at Katie Jonas.
Oh,
that you know that's Cindy Davis still in the game. Davis got looked at earlier in the game after that collision with Zekman. No balls and 2 strikes to Davis. Oh, laid off on that wicked changeup from McGinnis. Good job by Davis to hold that bat up as much as she could. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mm. 2-2 again. That
just on the outside, staying consistent with that call throughout the day.
That's all you ask if you're both sides. You be consistent with those calls, and that's what Kayla Carpenter has been on that outside corner to the left, that hand-handed hitters. That's hit well. That's going to go over the glove of the left fielder, Abby Johns. That knee holding up well for Sydney Davis, and she legs her way into second with the 2-out double.
That was a nice line drive up the left, in between the left field and center field.
Nice swing by Sydney Davis. And I'll bring up Natalie Hagel. Hagel now catching for Hillsdale at the start of the game in right field. And Hagel takes strike 1. 3-0 advantage for the Spartans. Chargers with their best chance by far. Davis at second, 2 down. There's a ball, brings the count even 1-1. Hillsdale coming off a regional final appearance last year versus UIndy. Forced into an if necessary game.
Nice
and
play.
There'll be a 0 again on the scoreboard as gets a fly out to shallow right center for Aubrey Zekman. So Gwen McGinnis gives up her first 2 hits of the game, but leaves the runner stranded in the scoring position. No runs on 2 hits, 1 left. Halfway home on a St. Patrick's Day. 3-0 lead in favor of Tampa on TampaSpartans.tv. Bottom of the fourth we go here on this St. Patrick's Day Tuesday. Tampa 3, Hillsdale nothing. Victor Anderson, Christian Fiore, glad that you're with us. It is 8-9-1 due up for the Spartans. Yetter, Reynolds, and Newpaver. Hannah Yetter will look to do what she did in the second inning, where she led off the inning with a single and scored on a throwing error and a double steal. Swings and misses 0-1.
Swing and miss there.
Spartans scored twice in the first, added that third run in the second. That one's hit to center field. That one will be tracking back.